Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Ethereum. So this is just going to be a little bit of an update video. There's not really that much more to talk about than we did in the previous video, but we're going to be talking about some of the options. We can see we're still sitting within this rejection zone. We're still looking for this potential of this wave 2 playing out here, and we are right in that zone. So we need to just be cautious that we don't start to see any further sort of breaking down within this and taking out some of these lows. Otherwise we could be looking for this third wave move to complete down towards this 982 zone if it is to develop as a 3-5 wave move. Alternatively, if it's going to become an A, a B, and a C, we could look to potentially target out towards this 1085. Okay, so let's get into the smaller moves within this. So basically within this move, what we were looking for is the potential for this playing out basically as an ABC or WXY. It looks for the most part, because we're getting this as a 5-wave move, that this is an ABC move. So we could be looking for completion pretty soon. We've already reached the 1-to-1 target of this, so that is that's an area that could actually be completed into this high point. This C wave could actually be here, and we could look to start to break down, though we don't have enough evidence of this, and there is still an option where we're looking for that progression to the upside. So if I cycle through these now, basically what we're talking about is the potential of having this as a 5th wave move to the upside, and technically speaking it could actually be completed, and we could actually have completed into this high point here of this 12,076. However, this current structure to the downside is quite choppy, so it is possible that we could actually look at this slightly different, where we have this as a 1-2, this is a 3rd wave, this is all a 4th wave, and that we'll be looking for further progression to the upside here into this green box zone here of this 1289 to this 1279 area. So if we were looking at this like that, basically you can see that 1.618 takes us there, and so what we would be looking for is potentially a retracement down into, so we've come down really as far as we want to already. We've almost reached the 0.618, so I wouldn't want to see this come much lower, though really invalidation only really comes by crossing this 1253 zone. So we need to just bear in mind, if we do move down past that, we'd have to just treat this as a completed move here, with this as a 5-wave move completed here. So the important thing here is if we're looking at this move like this, effectively this could potentially complete the C wave, and then we could be looking for that progression to the downside in an impulsive structure. There isn't a lot to go off of here. You can argue that you have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into this low here. So we'll have to see how we retrace to the upside. If this is completed here, basically what I'd want to see, if we're going to try and look at this as a 1, 2, let's have a look at these subwaves here. 5 into there, yeah. We would have overlap though within this move, so we would have to look at it as a diagonal. I just want to check something within this. Wave 1 is longer than wave 3. Let's check this wave 3 to 5. Yeah, okay. So technically this could be a diagonal, where we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as a diagonal shape, and then what we'd be looking for potentially is a rejection when we move back to the upside. So if we look at it as completed there, basically what we would be looking for is potential rejection at between this 50%, which is this 1267, and all the way up to this 1272 area. Basically we'd be looking for this to progress to the upside here as an ABC move, so a 3-wave move, something to this effect, where we have this, we pull down again, and then we look for that push back to the upside. So an interesting area is the 702, the 0.618 as well could be a particularly interesting area, though we do have options where we are looking for some moves to the upside. If we were looking for this to break down, basically what I'd want to see here is this move I don't think is completed yet if we are still moving to the upside here. So we're going to go with the 0.618, which took us, or 702, which took us up into those zones there. What we'd be looking for then is potentially, this depends exactly where the C wave ends, but we could, any kind of a move down towards this 1240 range would indicate to me that we could have a 5-wave move to the downside here progressing. So we just need to be careful of that. If we do move back up past this high point here at this 1276, then effectively we could look at one of the other options, which we're going to go over now. So within this, basically, we were looking at the potential of having, so first of all, for the breakout, so we're looking for evidence that we could be within a bigger 5-wave move here, but that would only be confirmed by moving up towards this 1316 zone, and that's where we'd want to be looking for this typical third wave to come in. Until we get there, it's unlikely that we are within a bigger 5-wave structure, though we'll have to keep monitoring it. So the way that it can get there, though, so we are talking about it like we talked about in the previous video, is the fact we could have this move accounted slightly different, where instead of this third, fourth, and so instead of this third wave being here, fourth wave here, fifth wave here, we have this third wave into this high, where we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this high point here. And then we could be looking for this this teal fourth wave here. So we've come into the the minimum zone that I would be looking for this as a fourth wave within here. If we're looking at it like as this is a completed 5-wave move, like I said, it is also possible that this fifth wave still looks to push up a little bit higher here into this 1291 to this 1279 range, and we would be looking at that as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So if we have completed here, however, what we could be looking for is a slightly deeper retracement here, and what I'd be looking for is looking to move back into this teal box here, which is this 1261 to this 1236 zone. If we do move back into this zone, it is possible that we could look to find support within this previous fourth wave here, and we could look to progress to the upside again. And that target area would be roughly towards this 1306 to this 1292, depending on where exactly this fourth wave comes in. If it comes in slightly higher, it would actually reduce this target zone. So we just have to see how we play out. For instance, if we completed at the 0.382, that target zone would be 1294 to 1283. So the deeper we go with this, the higher the target zone becomes. So we need to just bear that in mind here. Actually, I think I just need to see something here. I think that this fifth wave target was worked off of this red box. Okay, so yeah, if we don't come back up in fifth wave into this red box zone that we talked about here, then basically our target would be slightly lower. It would be 301 to this 1285 range. That would be a typical fifth wave. So if we don't manage to break back up into this box area here, and we actually completed this white fifth wave here, and we look to progress to the downside into this teal box, then our target area would be this 301. If, however, we do move up into this red box area, then retrace, effectively, then our target area would be this 306 to this 1292. So within this, it all depends. Crossing below this 1201 would invalidate this fifth wave, and then alternatively breaking these low points here of this 1181 to this 1150, that would indicate to me that we're actually starting that move to the downside. Though we should start to see better structure playing out if we are looking for that 5-wave move. So we'll just have to give it a bit of time and see how we get on. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and we will see each other in the next one. If you enjoyed the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below. Really appreciate all your guys' support. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.